Welcome to Module 1 on Semiconductor Physics Foundations, part of your solid-state devices course. We will explore the microscopic rules that govern the macroscopic reality of semiconductor devices. Our foundation begins with the atom, containing protons, neutrons, and electrons. Electrons orbit in shells, with capacity limited by Pauli's exclusion principle. The outermost shell, the valence shell, dictates chemical activity. Silicon needs 8 valence electrons for stability. It achieves this by sharing its 4 valence electrons with 4 neighbors, forming a covalent bond. This sharing locks atoms into a solid crystal structure. Semiconductor crystals organize atoms into repeating 3-dimensional patterns, like the diamond lattice structure used by silicon. This rigid framework defines the material's physical properties and how electrons move within it. In a solid, discrete energy levels of isolated atoms split and merge, forming energy bands. Electrons occupy the valence band, and a forbidden band separates it from the empty conduction band. The separation between the valence and conduction bands defines the material type. Insulators have a wide forbidden band, conductors have overlapping bands, and semiconductors have a narrow forbidden band, requiring moderate energy to free electrons. In an intrinsic semiconductor, thermal energy can break a covalent bond, freeing an electron into the conduction band. This process creates an electron-hole pair, essential for conduction. A hole is a missing electron in a valence bond. When a neighboring electron shifts to fill this void, the hole effectively moves in the opposite direction. The hole acts as a positive charge carrier. Intrinsic semiconductors have few carriers. Engineers increase conductivity by adding specific impurities in a process called doping. This creates extrinsic semiconductors with significantly higher conductivity. N-type semiconductors are created by adding pentavalent impurities, such as arsenic. These impurities have 5 valence electrons. 4 form bonds, and the 5th remains free, making electrons the majority carriers. P-type semiconductors use trivalent impurities, like indium, which have 3 valence electrons. This results in a permanent electron deficit, creating a hole. Holes become the majority carriers in P-type materials. Comparing extrinsic semiconductors, N-type uses pentavalent impurities and free electrons as the added and majority carriers. P-type uses trivalent impurities and holes as the added and majority carriers. The Fermi level, or E_F, represents the 50% probability boundary for an electron to occupy an energy state. States below E_F are likely filled, and states above are likely empty. Doping shifts this level. Despite having excess carriers, a doped crystal maintains charge neutrality. The total positive charges from holes and ionized donor atoms must always equal the total negative charges from electrons and ionized acceptor atoms. The law of mass action states that the product of electron concentration N and hole concentration P remains constant at a given temperature. This constant equals the square of the intrinsic carrier concentration, $N_I²$. Carrier transport by drift occurs when an external voltage creates an electric field. The field forces charge carriers to move, with electrons drifting toward the positive potential and holes toward the negative potential. This movement is the drift current. Diffusion is a carrier transport mechanism where carriers move from high concentration zones to low concentration zones to address imbalance. This movement requires no electric field and results in a diffusion current. The Einstein relation links carrier mobility with diffusion. It states that the diffusion coefficient D is proportional to mobility mu and the thermal voltage kT/Q, showing that drift and diffusion share a physical origin. Generation is the process where heat creates new electron-hole pairs. Recombination is the reverse process, where a wandering electron falls into an empty hole, destroying the pair and releasing energy. The continuity equation tracks every carrier in the crystal. It balances the local generation of carriers, the local destruction via recombination, and the overall flow of current, defining the steady state. This video has covered fundamental concepts in semiconductor physics, from atomic structure and energy bands to doping, carrier transport, and generation recombination. These principles form the basis for understanding solid-state devices.